All right, so this is the TI, so Texas Instruments, Nspire CX with CAS, and CAS stands for Computer Algebra System. Throughout this video, you're going to see different things. We're going to show you factoring, expanding, derivatives, integrals, and different things using this calculator. And if the video is too fast, feel free to pause it and then play it whenever you're ready. So thanks for watching. So the first unique feature of this calculator is there's two ports on the top of the calculator. One is for plugging it into your computer, and then the other one is for charging the calculator because this calculator does not take batteries. To turn on the calculator, you're just going to press the on button, and right now we're just going to work on Scratchpad. So you're going to click on Calculate. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our settings. So you're going to press Document, and you're going to scroll all the way down until you see Settings and Status, which is number 7. And then you can see the different things you can change, like your language, but we want to focus on our document settings. So you're going to click on 2. Then you can look at all the different things. There's your decimal number. You can also have your degree or radian, and we're going to choose degree. And then make sure you press Default, make default, and then you're going to click OK. All right, here's our trig button. Most calculators do not have a trig button, but we do. So this is, you have your sine, your cosine, your tangent, cosecant, secant, cotangent, and then the inverse of all of those. So that is where those are located. The Nspire can actually do algebra for you, so we're going to do some factoring. So you're going to go to Menu, and you're going to scroll down to Algebra, which is number 3, and number 2 is Factor. So you're going to click on Factor, and we're going to type in x squared minus 1, and your variables are located at the bottom of the calculator. And it should give you your answer if you press Enter, and there's your answer, x minus 1 times x plus 1. Instead of actually going into Menu and finding the function, you can actually type in Factor, put your parentheses, x squared minus 1, end parentheses, and it'll spit out the exact same answer as before. Now we're going to do the reverse, and we're going to expand. So again, you're going to go to Menu, you're going to go down to 3, which is Algebra, and then we're going to go to Expand, which is number 3 as well. And same thing, make sure you put those parentheses. So you're going to put parentheses, x minus 1, close your parentheses, start another parentheses, x plus 1, end your parentheses, and press Enter. And it should give you x squared minus 1. And same thing with factor. You can also do this with expand. You can type in expand, but make sure you're putting those parentheses in. Therefore, the calculator knows what's multiplying, and so it follows the order of operations. And you should get x squared minus 1. And now we're going to do a derivative. So you're going to go to Menu, and you're going to scroll down to Calculus, which is number 4. And we want to do derivative, so that's number 1. You click number 1. All right, and you want it respect to x, so it would be d over dx, and again, that variable is located at the bottom. And we're going to do 5x to the 4th. So that variable again, we're going to do the caret to the 4th, and go ahead and press Enter. And you should get 20x to the 3rd. Now we're going to do the integral of 20x to the 3rd. So Menu, go back down to Calculus, Integral, which is number 3. And instead of putting bounds, we're just going to put no bounds, and we're going to put in the little box, we're going to put 20x to the 3rd in respect to x, so dx, and it should give you 5x to the 4th. Now we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to put bounds on this one. So again, we're going to go to Menu, Calculus, you're going to go down to Integral, and now you'll see 2 open spots, and you're going to put your bounds. So we did 1 and 3, and so as the integral before, so you're going to do 20x to the 3rd, and you're going to put dx, and it should give you 400. So it does that whole thing for you. Now we're going to clear our Scratchpad, so you're going to go to Document, and you're going to scroll all the way down until you see Clear Scratchpad, and that will be B, and you just hit B, and it clears your Scratchpad. Now we're going to work in our document, so go ahead and you scroll over and you're going to click New Document, and we want to add a graph, so just go ahead and scroll down and click 2. Okay, so we are going to graph 2x plus 5, so again the same variable that you use at the bottom, and it'll show you that graph. And then we're also going to create a new graph, so you go ahead and click tab, and that'll bring up another line, and you're going to put 3x squared plus 7, and that'll show another graph. Unfortunately, the way the graphs are set up, you cannot see them, so we're going to change our bounds. So you're going to go to Menu, you're going to scroll down, hit number 4, which is your window, and we're not going to change our x min and our x max because right now I like where they are, but we're going to head and go down to our y min, and we're going to change that to 0. And your y max, we're going to put about 20 to see where that graph is. And make sure you're using tab, hit OK, and you can see where your graphs are. Now we're going to find the y-intercept, so go ahead and go to Menu. You're going to go down to Trace, which is number 5. You're going to click on Graph Trace, which is number 1, and it automatically shows you where your y-intercept is on 2x plus 5. In order to see the other one, go ahead and use the up arrow, and you will see the y-intercept of 3x squared plus 7. In order to save this document, you go to Documents, File, Save As, and we are going to save this one as graphing. So it's pretty similar to how a computer works in the way to saving a document. And you go ahead and click Save. Now we're going to go back to our home page. We're going to go to Graph, and this is our scratch pad. So we're going to actually graph in polar, so you're going to go to Menu, and you're going to scroll down to number 3, which is Graph Type, and you're going to click on number 4, which is Polar. And it'll give you your entry bar, and we're going to use 4 cosine, which is underneath your trig, cosine, and we're going to do 7 theta. And theta is located under pi, and you're going to have to scroll all the way over till you see theta, click enter, and it'll show you your graph. And actually this graph's in color, which is really, really nice. And then just to clear your scratch pad again, you're going to scroll all the way down when you go to Documents, and then go ahead and click B, and that'll clear your scratch pad. To create a matrix, you're going to go to Menu, you're going to scroll down and click Matrix and Vector, which is number 7, click Create, which is number 1, and click Matrix, which is number 1. And we're going to change our rows and columns to 3, so make sure you're using tab when you're trying to move down, and you're going to press OK. And then from there, you can type in whichever numbers you would like to type in into your matrix. And once you're finished with that, you're going to press Enter. So go ahead and enter those numbers. And after you press Enter, we're going to save this matrix as a variable. So you're going to press Enter, and now we're going to press Control, and then the var button, which is above number 9. And you're going to choose E, which is the letter we're going to save it as. And so right now, E is considered this matrix. So whatever you do with E is going to happen to this matrix. So if we do 5 times E, it's going to do 5 times that matrix, and you'll see the answer. So again, to clear your scratch pad, you're going to go to Document, you're going to scroll all the way down and press B, and that'll clear your scratch pad. Turn off the calculator, you're just going to press Control and the on button, and that'll turn off your calculator.